I'm hopeful this live video is not actually going out right now. I'm trying to record something while my family to put on later when my family's here. So we'll see how this works. If I see anybody on with me, I'm gonna like, oh boy, what did I do? Today, the stamp set though that I'm doing is this one. You can see I've written all over it because I don't speak Spanish. I mean, I could probably badly pronounce the words, and I know many of them, but to actually be able to speak it, you have to be smarter than me, I guess, and practice more. I could do it if I practiced more, I suppose. Texturas Naturales. I know I butchered that. I'm so sorry for you actual Spanish speakers out there, but this is a fantastic set. I really, really like it, and I think you will too. So you will want to get it. Now, the name of it is actually Earthen Textures. Um, and the sentiments are slightly different. The Spanish ones are a little bit different. The Spanish ones are, you always know what to say to make me feel better. God bless you. I appreciate your friendship, and the world is better because you are part of it. I loved those. Oh, and much thanks, of course. That one I didn't have to translate and write on there. Okay, so I am going to try to put my camera down. Doing it this way is slightly different. And I'm not sure how successful I'm going to be with turning the camera. It does not like to be moved. So we'll see if that actually, it did. It actually went the way I wanted it to. I'm pretty surprised that it did. All right, I'm trying to move everything around. You can see I've got other stamp things on the side here, and I've got all kinds of stuff going all over the place. I've got my phone over there charging. We had a power outage a couple of nights ago, and I'm still kind of adjusting things for that. And we just had a really big rainstorm. So anyhow, everything's going along pretty good, I think. Can I see all of that? Yes, I can. Excellent. So my lighting hopefully isn't too bad. This is a different time of day than I normally do this, and why? Yeah. So there we go. So that's actually the way I kind of need this. So I'm trying to get it centered in there so that you can see, because I've got the stamp number right here, 161504. Now you'll have to specify whether you want French, English, or Spanish. And I am partial to the Spanish one. So you're going to want this set because it has, oh, things kind of fell around in here. It has a lot of really nice dies. And I have just loved working with it. It's beautiful. It's called Earthen Textures because it actually has this really cool texture die. I think I'll use, I don't think I'm going to have it on a card that we're going to do, but I might do it for you just so you can see what it looks like. It has this little, oh, I don't know. What is that? It's not a palm. I don't know what that is, but I don't even know what this is, but it's fabulous. It's different than that one. There's this. You can use this in a variety of ways. I used it in one card for a wall shelf, and that was okay. I have trimmed my stamps down quite a bit, so they kind of fall around a little bit. Then those are the other two little sticks. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, so we want to get going right away. Let me grab a piece of white cardstock. Make sure that you share my video and like it and all of that. I really do appreciate all of your business and that you would take the time to watch my videos. I appreciate it very much. The stamps have got these two vase, plant holder things, and this one is, you could use just this stamp in a lot of different ways. I am thinking it would make a really nice textured stamp just to add texture to your background. Now, I have a whole bunch of texture type stamps because I'm a texture fiend. My colors are going to be Pretty Peacock, and we're going to do the first card with Pretty Peacock and Wild Wheat. I know those are colors that you might not normally think of together, but that's what we're going to work with. So I'm going to do a couple of the vases with Pretty Peacock. So we'll start with that. There's one and another one because I want one a little lighter than the other. I'm going to flip those over and do them again because I didn't quite ink up in the center as much as I wanted to. So we're going to do that again. All right, much better. You know, I could do even another one. That's pretty dark, but I think we'll just stick with it. And so we're going to do that. Then we're also going to do this vase. Let me grab a different block for this. This one has the same sort of pattern as the textured die right here. And it's a bigger texture though, so you can't like use it. That would be nice though if you could, huh? We're gonna do 2 of those also, just in case I want another one. It's always nice to have something extra to work with if I need another one. And then I think we'll just do, while I'm right here, we're gonna get all of our stamping done because I'm gonna cut these out. It's because they are on dies, so you can, you know, so why not? There's a little feather thing going here. It's very sweet. So we're going to do a couple of those. And then I also am going to be using that with our wild wheat. I think I only need to do, I should have probably done 3 of those. Maybe let's do 1 more just to be, or 2 more actually, just to be sure that I've got plenty of those to work with. And then I think that's all the stamping I'm doing. Other than the sentiments, we'll be working on those later though. I don't want to do the sentiments yet because I sometimes change my mind about what kind of sentiment I want to do. And that's it for the Pretty Peacock. Now we'll get out our wild wheat. This color is one that I like. It goes really well with Pretty Peacock, so that's probably why I like it, because I really like Pretty Peacock. It would be a good one with some of our other colors too, but I don't know which ones really. I haven't played with it that much to be all that aware of it. I'm gonna do 1 more. We're not gonna need as many of those. That's a pretty strong one. So just like if you were putting plants in the garden, if you wanted to have red and blues, or red and, you know, whites, or anything lighter, yellow, you would only need a very few red. Strong colors just jump out quite a lot, so you don't need quite so many of them. That's all the stamping I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and cut these out. And this is going to be the fun part for you to see how quick and easy you can make some really beautiful things with this stamp set. It is a winner for sure. Okay, I do need to put on, I think I'm going to have to get out. Do I have another plate? I think I do. Yes, I do. Good. I need to order some more of these plates. It is rainy today. Now this is, hopefully when you see this, it will be June. I have no idea what we'll be doing because we'll be vacationing with our kiddos. And so I have no idea what I'll actually be doing when you see this, but today I am home. It is raining. Jeff is working somewhere. I'm not really sure where he is today. I kind of forget where he said he was going. I think he said, where was he going today? Boy, I don't know. He's going to work in a town called Spokane. Now, it's spelled the same as our old town in Washington State, Spokane. But here they pronounce it Spokane. And I think he's going to do some janitorial, instead of he's a retired teacher, but he kind of likes to do the janitorial ones sometimes. It helps him out, but it's a change of pace. He kind of likes it. It's a lot different than teaching, that's for sure. And here, your substitute position, you get the same pay whether you're doing the custodial or the teaching position. That's interesting, isn't it? Now the die's cut within the shape, which I love. It doesn't give any white border to it. But the other thing I really like about it is that you can't really screw it up. It's gonna, it leaves a nice border, and you know, you can have it not be perfectly centered in underneath your die, and it's still gonna cut out just fine. So I kind of like that. There are some things that you would want a border with, so it wouldn't always be a great thing for them to do. So I'm not complaining about the fact that they don't always have things like that, but it just, it's just a nice feature. And the little feathers. Let's do the little feathers. They're so cute. They're going to take a little time because I've got so many of them here. And I do want to make sure they're in there properly. Lined up. It's going to go into my, I cut them, I stamped them a little close together. I should have stamped them farther apart. Oh, well, I'm going to make it work because, oh shoot, it shifted. I hate that when that happens. Okay. We can manage anyway. Today I was out on the deck before it started to rain, and it was, the squirrels are going nuts on our feeder. They are so funny to watch. I've got three poles up, and we've got, I'm gonna say we have 2 feeders on 2 of them, I think. Is that right? Or do we have just one that has a double? I don't know. We've got several feeders up, and then I have baffles, squirrel baffles on 2 of them, so that they don't eat us out of house and home. They actually have done pretty good, but man, I think the one that lives here in our tree told all of his friends, because they're just the last couple of days, there's been like 5 or 6 squirrels out there in the yard. And one of them is a lot more timid than the one who lives in our big oak tree. And it's been funny to watch it. It goes up to the feeder where the other squirrel, the one that lives in our oak tree, he has priority apparently, and gets to be on the big log cabin feeder. He sits up on the roof now. He used to just sit on the little shepherd's hook that was nearby and lean into the feeder and feast away. But now he's decided he can sit up on the roof of it's a big log cabin, you know. It's plastic. It's a nice feeder. It is so funny to watch him up there, though. Now he's on the roof. Sheesh. They're so hilarious. So anyhow, the one that's littler and newer, I don't know where he came from. What did I do with my scissors? I must have put them away. He goes and he looks up at the feeder, like, can I come up? And he doesn't even try it, because that one doesn't have a baffle on it. And today I saw him actually start, when the other squirrel was gone, I saw him start to go up it, and he got to where I have 2 shepherd's hooks wired together just to give, it's a big feeder. And when I put the seed in, it takes, wow, I'm going to say it takes like a couple of pounds at least of seed. It's heavy when I get all the seed in there. It's a big feeder. So I have another hook to kind of support it so that it, you know, has more than just 2 prongs in the ground. It's got 4 prongs at different angles so that it can, even if it rains a ton, it's going to stay in the ground. Anyway, he looked at that, and he looked, and he looked. He came down, and he looked, and he's like, I'm not going up there. That was pretty funny, because the squirrel, I saw him also go up and look at the baffle, like, why can't I get up here? The other squirrels don't even try to get up the feeders that have baffles on it now. They know. They've tried before. In fact, there's one feeder that doesn't even have a baffle on it. But I guess they've decided that it's like the ones that do, because they don't even try to go up that one. And that's good, because we put the seed out for the birds, really, not for the squirrels. But I did leave. I don't mind if they get some, you know. We'll see. We'll see if they get too carried away. Then I'm gonna have to go get another baffle, I guess, and put on the one. All right, so we're almost done. We've got a couple more of these. And then we're going to cut out some leaves, and then we will be all finished with this die cut machine. And I'm just telling you, you are going to love it. See how I just kind of laid it on there? It shifted a little bit, and voila, it's not going to, actually it shifted a little more than it should have probably, but it still looks good. You know, you're not going to have any problems with getting your dies cut out. Right, ready. Here, let me turn the plate over. And one more time. If your plate starts to get concave a little bit, just turn it over. They do wear out. These plates, they don't last forever. You just have to plan on buying some more when they wear out. Now, I am going to have to cut out my sentiments when I get to that part, but I'm not going to worry about it for now. We're going to throw all this stuff to the side, remove the die cut machine. Now, at the time I'm getting this, I think we're going to have a join special coming up pretty soon. I don't know what it's going to be because I haven't heard anything about it, but other than I think that there's going to be a join special coming up. So, oh, I forgot. I want to emboss one of my sheets. Let me grab my embossing folder. Now there's an emboss. So basically I started to say join my team so that you can get discounts on all of your supplies with the new joining thing that's, I know, coming up soon. Now this cane weave embossing folder is part of a set of 3. I don't remember what the other 2 are because I just don't use it. I use these cane ones all the time. I think there's like a dotted one or something. I don't know. But I love this cane weave one. It reminds me of the basket weave we had. Probably, I want to say we had that basket weave one about 4 years ago. And I still use it. And now I probably won't use it quite as much, because I won't have to with this cane weave one. But I could if I wanted to. All right, I'm taking my we're gonna emboss this. I'm looking at my card right now. I think I need to have this one cut about, I'm gonna have to end up trimming it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it at 5 1/2 and 4 1/4, and then I'm gonna end up just having to trim it after the fact, because I'm not exactly sure what my measurement's gonna end up being with it. Oh, you're gonna love this one. I haven't even inked up the folder yet to see how that will look, but I know it's gonna look great. It's a 3D. It's for the embossing folder, I think it's $30, but that's because you get 3 of them, so they're basically $10 each. Oops, I'm gonna redo it because it's off a little bit too. I think I'm gonna use, there is a line. I thought I had it on the line, so that you can make sure it's lined up. Some things it doesn't matter so much, but I kind of like the cane weave to actually be lined up and straight. It doesn't have to be, but it does help, especially if you're cutting it again. Now, because I'm having to emboss it again, I'm gonna go back a second time through here and make sure it gets pressed really well. And if I don't like what's happened here, I'll redo it. Okay, it looks great. It weakens the fibers. So one thing about these embossed ones, if you tear it, you're going to get a really nice torn edge. So it's tempting to want to tear it, but we're not going to, because I just don't need to do that. All right, so that is the cane weave and embossing folder. It is part of a pack of 3 embossing folders that you must have. All right, now what we're going to do is take our basic card. We're going to have a basic cardstock bottom for this card of copper clay. Okay, and then we're going to do another layer on top of that with our pretty peacock. So we're going to cut this one. I'm going to cut this one at 5 1/4 by 4. And then I'm going to look at it and see if that's going to give me the border I want on it. Yep, that's going to be fine. And then this one is going to go right on top of that. So we're going to want this one to be, instead of 5 1/4, we're going to go with 5 1/8. Okay, just trim off gently there to make sure it comes off. And then instead of the 4 1/4, is that going to be long enough? No, because what did I just do here? I did 4 inches by 5 1/4. So since I did 5 1/4, 5 1/8 doesn't look quite long enough. I better do it a little more. We'll go ahead and cut it at 5 inches instead. Let me turn this side because it's kind of ragged on the side I've already cut. Now, especially because I've got just such a little bit there, you got to be careful. If you just jerk it across, it's going to tear. Okay, so, and then this side, we're going to cut this one at 3 3/4. Oh, I hope that's not too much. Oh, good, it's not. It's perfect. Okay, that's leaving me with a pretty big border of pretty peacock on each side, and that's fine. All right, you can save these. Now, one thing you can do if you don't want my little vase is going to sit right on this card like this. If you don't want it just floating, you can take your scrap and you can just glue it like this together. Let's make it like this. You can see my nails are mismatched because my pink was getting kind of bad, but only on some fingers. My thumbs were terrible because I'd been gardening. You can make a cute little shelf for this to sit on. You know, I did do it on the card I had done already, and it actually looks pretty good. What you need to do is take your glue. Uh-oh, what did I do with my glue? Where are you? My glue is always sitting right here. Oh, that's right, I moved it. I forgot that I moved it. Okay, so take your glue and then just glue this together like this. And then this is going to become a little shelf for my vase to sit on. I can hear the rain falling out there. Okay, I'm going to set this on the side now because I need that to dry really good before I do anything with it. And I'm going to move this aside. I'm going to put my ribbon on there in a minute. But first of all, I need to make sure I've trimmed off any little stragglers on the side. Because this was embossed, it kind of, when I had to retrim it, it retrimmed rough. Again, if you're tearing off the side at all, though, that looks pretty cool, actually. And you can use either side, you know, of your embossing papers. When you've embossed, look at the other side. A lot of times I'll use either side. It just sort of depends on what I feel like when I look at it or how I want to ink it up. Because many times when it's this kind of 3D embossing, I'll rub some ink on it and get a little bit more. But this one is so cool just as is. You don't even need to do that. Okay, we're going to take our little vase here. You can hear me tinkling over there with my little wind chimes right above. I'm going to curve this so that it actually looks like the thing is curving a little bit. Okay, that's going to be kind of cool. And then it'll make more sense too when the shelf is under it, you see. Okay, all right, that's that. And now what I need to do is remove my little scraps. I hang on to things like this for a while. You never know, you might want to use it on something. I need to take a piece of, for our leaves. Our leaves. We're going to use our feathers, but I also am going to use just one of these fancy leaves, but not that one, because I need one cut out of soft, or what is it? It's Sahara sand. Sahara sand, that's what it is. Now, Sahara sand is kind of a light, it's not really greenish in color. It's sort of gray almost. But I want to do something with this. So we're going to cut this in half. And we're going to emboss our leaf on it. And then we're going to color it. Not the way you think, though. Alright, so our Sahara sand, our funky little leaf. I really like this leaf. It's so cool. And then while I'm here, let's do our little fronds as well, because I'm going to need that for the other card. And I might as well do it while we've got this out. Now this actually has really nice little connectors here, so that's going to be really useful. And I am going to cut it eventually. I'm going to show you in a minute why I'm going to do that. Let's grab, I think I'm going to try our old olive on this one. I don't know. I think I'm going to try old olive. We'll see if I like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. I'm going to try it. Let's cut this in half. And, oops, I need a whole piece of this. Let's cut it out. We need a piece that's 4 inches by, let me turn it around. We need 4 inches by 5 1/4. We need it to be exactly the size that I'm going to want it, because what we're going to do when we cut the leaves, we're going to cut them exactly in the, I want to save this. I'm going to save the leaves, but I'm also going to make kind of a statement here with my little palm fronds. I'm calling them palm fronds, although they're not palms, okay? I don't know what they are. They're not ferns, but they remind me of ferns. Oh, that's over on the side too far. Let me shift it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do 3. So there's 1. We'll take that out and I'll save it. That's for one of the cards. And then we're going to do 1. Oh, I think we want it to be fairly close together there. So we're going to do 1 there. We're going to use the void space, I guess is what you'd call it, for this one. So I'm kind of doing double duty. Now these are so cool. You can kind of curl them, and oh, they're really neat. This is why I like this set so much. And then this is going to kind of jump out a little bit from those other three. Okay. There we go, like that. And then we're going to put this on a background of wild wheat. Okay, so let me take our wild wheat and cut that 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. And then this is going to be a different card on this. I'm not sure if I like wild wheat with you. Let's try a different one. Let's do our Sahara sand. Let's see if that looks better. I think it does. It's different. It's going to be different than the one I've done. Okay, let's see. This is, let's go 5 1/2, 4 1/4, and we do our Sahara sand with old olive. And we don't need that. We are going to use this one. Let me pull that out. I don't think I'm using that this time. I did want to show this to you. It's pretty cool. And I could probably even stick it on here and it wouldn't look bad. And then at least there's a purpose to showing it to you. Let me show you how cool it is. Now you don't even need your other embossing things. You're just going to use your regular cut mat. It is not going to cut. It's going to just emboss this design. If you want the design to stand out more, you can ink this die, but I don't think you need to. It's pretty cool. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? If you want it to go all the way across, you can just do it again. You can easily see where it's going to match up. I could do it down here if I wanted to, but I'm going to just leave it like that. It's pretty cool. It's another nice texture. That's why this is called Texturas. Texturas Naturales. Yeah, I kill myself every time. I'm thinking, man, if I actually spoke that language, I would just be so laughing hysterically at your bad accent. But anyway, it's a compliment, you know, to want to speak another language, right? Okay, here we go. So we're going to do a slim card first. Let's put this here. This is going to go with this, and then we'll work on it later. I'm going to set it aside for now. We're going to do a tall no, we're not doing the tall slim card. We are doing this card first. So let's get that one finished. We've got, did I get the, oh yes, I did. Now we're going to take our little frond, and I'm going to lower the camera so you can see this better, hopefully. Well, it's kind of dark in here. Let me put the light on. Maybe that'll help a bit. I hope it does. Let me see if that helps. I hope so. You're going to take a little sponge dauber and your copper clay ink, and we're going to just ink this center a bit, like this. Okay, we're just going to color it a little bit. I want this frond to match my card, and but I didn't want it to be, you know, really dark copper clay. I just want it to match. Okay. Now, if it's too dark, that one actually is a little darker than I like. I'm going to do another one because I don't like that one. Sorry. It's only going to take me a minute. I've got it on the side. I'm just going to do another one here really quick because that one, I inked it up, and I should have just been a little more careful when I was doing it because I do not like how dark that one turned out. so we'll do it again. I'll use that one somewhere else, but I'm not using it today. Oops, my die. Why did you not? It's because I didn't have it in the machine right. It's why. I have to do it again. Sorry. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, so we're going to start over on that. I'm going to put my little frond away because we're done with that. And this time, just don't ink it up so much, Catherine. Okay. So I'm going to pull off quite a lot of ink there. And just, I want it to be a little lighter, you know. I want it to be darker here in the center and then diminishing out on the edges. That is so much better. Okay, now that's much better. I am going to have to make it a tiny bit darker than I wanted right there, but I can handle that. That's okay. I'm not as skillful with the daubers as I used to be because I use the blending brushes almost exclusively now, but in this case, that dauber is the perfect size, and it's generally, it does a better job of getting ink. Now, what you want to do with these, or at least what I like to do, is once you've finished it, I'm going to cut out these little connectors. Because I actually want these to, I want it to spread out a little bit. Kind of like the Three Stooges spreading out. I can curl these a bit with this separated. You do have to be careful. If it's not separated, it might be easier to glue on there. I don't know. We're going to use dimensionals anyway. What was that? Well, that was my phone. Okay. So, get rid of that little piece there. Why are you stubbornly holding on? You're just stubbornly holding on. There we go. All right, so now we've got that. We've got our leaves, and we're going to do something a little different with our little feathers. Grab these. I'm going to grab my ribbon. So hold on. I'm going to use some. This is our parakeet party, I think, that we had a while ago. I'm going to use that. I'm also going to pull out, we've got some, this twine. I have no idea what this twine is from. It's probably an old one from way back. And then I started here. I'm going to use some copper cord. I don't think we have any copper in the catalog, but I know we have gold. But I'm going to use some copper. All right, so now let's assemble the card. This one's going to have dimensionals on it. And I'm going to have to put double layer of dimensionals back here because I want it to stand up really good. So I'm going to grab these. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to get that so it's not doubled up there. Okay. And then I am going to double it up though because I want it to be rounded and nice. It's sticking to my nails really good. 1, 2. Oops, that one's off. Oh well. It sticks to my nails really good. And 3. And then before I stick it on the card, I kind of want to see I'm going to put this one on the bottom. And then I'm going to put this one next. And this one I'm going to separate. And actually, I am going to do a little trim on all of these. Because I don't like all of that white on there. And I also want some of these apart. Okay, so I'm going to take this one right here. And that one we're going to put on its own. And then these are the two I'm going to use on this card. I think I'm going to use that other one separate. Okay, so this is there. This is going to be like here. Yes, I know you don't like fussy cutting, but I actually really don't want to see a lot of white on this card. This one is kind of special to me. So I'm cutting a lot of that off. And it's time consuming, but to me it's worth it. It's not hard, it's just a little time consuming. And if you have your little snips, it's actually a little easier to do, but I'm showing you can do it with you can even do it with these scissors. And I don't really need all of them, it's just where it's connecting kind of with this frond. I really want that to look more like that. And then the same thing with this, I'm going to separate. I think I'm going to separate it differently on this one. We're going to separate it this one. Because some of this one's going to be underneath and not show. We're going to go like this. Okay, now as I do this, then I can figure out how it's going to go in my vase. I want all of that to show. I love that frond, so I want all of that frond to show. This is going to be more like this. And this is going to be like this. Okay, and I'm going to set this right in here. Like that. Keep it curved. And then that's going to go like so. Now I can, once I get it in there, I can clip the ends, you know, the way I want them. There, that's where I want it. It's right there. So I'm actually going to make sure it's stuck in there like that. I don't really need to clip the ends. I thought I would, but I don't. I'm going to take my glue where this is. You could just tape it if you want, but I'm actually just going to put glue on all those little things. My dimensional is going to hang on to it pretty good. I might want to put a little mini dimensional in here just to make sure that there's enough surface here to really be grabbing on. Boy, it's a little muggy in the house. I had the door open a lot, the windows open, and it's been raining. It smelled so good. Everybody mowed their lawns yesterday. Isn't that nice when they do it? Like, it smelled so good. So I went out early, got up early again this morning, went out yesterday, or was it the day before early? I'm having to get out on my bike really early if I want to ride my bike, because since it's the end of the school year here, the kids are all out on that path. They're doing my bike path goes right by a couple of schools, and because it's the end of the year, they're always out on some outing, you know, enjoying it. Imagine that. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we're gonna stick you like right here. Okay, now that's all on your vase, still curved. Then you can take your little shelf. Now let's do the shelf after I do the ribbon, because the ribbon's gonna be a bugger. It always is. Let me clean up my space. I got a lot of pieces all over the place here from cleaning up that little, those feathers. All right, very good. And then we're gonna take our green ribbon. This again, that's the Parakeet Party. This is probably Bermuda Bay, I bet. And got a lot of glue on my fingers. And then our copper cord. I don't know if I can, I think I'm going to do the copper cord at the end. Let's just do this first of all. I want my little bow. Do a little bow right here. With both of these. These are kind of the pretty peacock look. You get both of these, green and Bermuda Bay together. There, very cute. And then that one, and that one, and that one. Okay, that is like that. And then we're going to take our copper, and we're just going to do a little knot on it. I don't know if I can. This is so fine. It's hard for me to work with. Kind of want the knot right here where the bow is. Oh, I thought I grabbed it and I didn't. Okay, pretty close. And then I'm going to wrap this underneath here like this. And then we're going to just tie these together. That way they won't come apart. And then I can still kind of see the copper cord. Even though this is not in the catalog, you can probably find some, and I'm telling you, it matches this copper clay so beautifully. I really like it. I haven't used it a lot. I've been using all of our gold. We've got gold and silver. But now that they have this copper clay, I've been using my copper cord a lot. Okay, very cute. Now all we need is the sentiment, and this card is done. And the perfect one for this one is Que Dios te bendiga. That is God bless you. So let me grab a piece of white cardstock, and I think we'll do that one with, that's the one. We're going to do that with copper clay. Try that again. There we go. That's better. All right, and then that one I am going to use our little Stylish Shapes die, I think. Yes, I'm going to use that one. I'm going to have to do kind of a double cut of it. I'll show you what I mean to get it the right length, because it's a little bit short for this sentiment, but it's perfect. So this is the one I definitely want to use. What happened to my other cutting plate? I see one here. So what I need to do is go this direction, and we're going to cut right here first, and then I'm going to go halfway And then we'll move it. What happened to my other cutting plate? Oh, there you are. Okay, so just go halfway. Don't go all the way. And then just flip it around. And I like to lift it up and feel where those lines are. You can feel it. Get it where the length is that you want. And then you can kind of feel right where you're, well, when you're doing it right, you can. There we go, that's it, right there. You can kind of feel where it should be. It will line up, but it's actually, you're feeling the hole where the little holes are is probably more accurate even than looking. And then just don't go too far. And you've got it all cut out beautifully. Okay, that's Stylish Shapes. That one is in the catalog, so go get it. That's one of my favorite dies. And then this, we're going to do this like it can be partially on our vase if we want it to. We could even do it up here. I actually need to get my little shelf on here. So let's do our little shelf. Oh, you didn't stick good enough right there. I need you to be stuck together good and proper. If it's not thick enough, if you want it to be a little thicker shelf, you could just do some more of it and glue it all together. I mean, just make sure it's the same width. But I am just going to do this. This much is fine. It will stick. I have done it. You'll need to let it sit for a while, you know. But our glue is really good. It will definitely stick. And then that becomes my nice little shelf. Right there. Isn't it cute? Okay, and so I'm thinking maybe I want that up there instead of down here. I thought I was going to have it down here. I don't know. It seems too busy down here, so I think we'll put it up there. All right, very good. It's drying up out there. It was supposed to rain all afternoon, and I kind of thought this would be a good day to do my extra card video because I thought it was going to be raining out there, and look at that, it's not. I did get all of our garden pretty much taken care of. I've got a few things still to do. Let's go like right. Oops, get out of there. There, no, there, no, there, no. There, right there. Now, I haven't even done this yet. That needs to be attached. So, we are going to attach these. I think I'm going to attach these first. Kind of forgot about these guys. But those definitely need to be attached with something, at least with one, if not more. I think I might have done more, but one will work. I definitely want to attach them with at least one mini dimensional. These little mini dimensionals are really handy to have. If you don't have them, you should get them. All right, there we go. And then these, I'm going to actually curl these up. This is why I cut them apart. I kind of like it curled up. That one back there, we'll leave that one because I want it behind. We're going to just, I don't really need to do every single one, just some. I don't want it falling off.
Okay, that's good. Now this one, I want this behind. Let me fix that because I can see it. Okay, there we go. That one I'm seeing a little bit. There we go. Cute. Isn't that cute? All right, that is that one. And then we are going to assemble our other ones. We've got a couple going here today. What did I do with the remains of what I was starting? Well, we're going to, since I don't see it right off, we're going to do the slim card next. This one is 4 inches. And let's see what this is. I'm not exactly sure. This one is 8.5. I don't really want it 8.5, do I? No, I don't. We're gonna go down to, let's go 7.5. Okay, that's all I want, 7.5. And then I want to show you our paper that goes with this suite. So you will want to get the whole suite of products when you get Earthenware's Texture. You get the stamps, you get the dies, and you get this beautiful paper. This is the sheet I'm going to use. Oh, I love this side, but this is the side I'm going to use. And every one of these sheets is absolutely gorgeous. That's a nice misty moonlight, I bet. Or night of navy or something. I prefer the pretty peacock. That's always gonna. Oh, come on. What else do we have in here? Oh, nice. Misty or moody mauve. I'm going to love that. That's going to go well with that Sahara sand, I bet. There's more of that pretty peacock. Any of these embossed with embossing folder? That would be awesome. Look at that. Oh, I'm going to like that. This is the one I'm working with. And this is really unique. I'm not sure on that one. It seems like kind of a large print. All right, so we have 4 inches across. And I really only need, and we've got 7 inches that way. And let's see, we want, or 7.5, I believe is what I ended up with, right? Yes, 7.5. So we want 7 1/4. Okay, so 7 1/4. I only want 4 inches of it. I'm going to turn you that way. Okay, 4 inches of it. That seems short. No, it's not short, but just I did it way too wide. Oh, that's 4 inches. That's right. So this needs to be 3 7/4. I'm going to make it a tiny bit. I mean 3/4. 7/4. 3 3/4. There we go. That's perfect. And then you're just going to glue this on here. Now the white part is going to be at the top. This is so cute. I think when our family's here, we are going to be, so today might be the day when you get this, they might actually be arriving pretty closely, or they've already been here a few days. I'm not really sure what the days are going to look like, because I just know they're arriving around this time, and I just did not want to be thinking about all the things that I'm normally doing. Now, one of the things I wanted to do was to cut out a nice tag for this. I felt like these neat vases on the side, they're really cool. Where's the other one? I need 2 of them. There it is. This one's going to go on top. I wanted a tag they look pretty good just like that, but I want more of a color contrast behind them. So we're going to use, I'm going to use our tailor-made tags. I'm going to use the big one. I'm going to have to cut it down some because it, and tailor-made tags has got these little end things you can do. We're going to do that with our pretty peacock. Don't get in there. Stop that. You all fell out. How did you do that? Oh, criminy. Okay, there we go. My magnet is not strong enough, really, and then it catches it, and it's all wonky. Okay, let's do the tag first. And then we're going to make it a little bit shorter. So I'm going to just lay it there. And we're going to make it about that length. We do have to fit good though. Let's try it again here. There we go. Like right there. Don't move. Oh, you moved. I'm going to do it this way because I am right-handed. For some reason, I am not able to do it that way as easily. Try it again. Don't move. It does need to be nice and straight. Again, just get it into the grooves. I could tape it down and then I know it wouldn't move, but it shouldn't be moving. Normally, it should move again. You're making a liar out of me here. Okay, get a little tape. I really don't want it to move. It's annoying. Where's the end of the tape? Oh my goodness, there it is. This is all going to get cut off anyway, so. Jeez. All right, we're just doing that just to get a nice short tag. Oh, it didn't do, I actually wanted it to go the other way so I would have my stitching. Well, I think our stitching is going to be covered anyway, so I don't want to do that yet. We're going to hang on to that. And then I need my little piece of pretty peacock for this part right here. This is just a cute little addition to the tag, and it's pretty special. You're gonna like it. That's why I like these little tags. They're cute. Okay, you're just going to put a tiny bit of glue down. Make sure I've got it on the right side. Like that. Oh, come now. Why are you acting up there? Okay. And then this goes here. Like that. Very cute. All right, now I had a whole bunch of leftover pieces of my ribbon. Where did you go? Did I throw you away, or did I just throw you to the side, or what? I don't know. I don't see it. I'm sure it's here somewhere in my desk. My desk is a huge mess right now. I cannot find anything. I saw it just a minute ago. I'll cut it in a minute. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our, or no, we're not going to stamp anything. I'm going to have this tag on here. And I guess I do need to put the ribbon on. So if I'm going to secure it down, it's got to have its ribbon on there. And I'm pretty sure I had lots of leftover. Maybe I threw it away when I redid and I threw everything out. Nope, I did not. Huh. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna, I only need a tiny bit. So I'm gonna do, this time I am going to do the peacock party, and instead of the twine, actually I do have the twine right there. Maybe I'll just do, I don't know if I think I need, we have got some, what is it called? It's like azure, it's not azure blue. Is it Tahitian Tide? Is that what it was? I don't really remember what the color name of this is. It's really a bright, it's super bright. All of these are woven and they're really pretty. They're sparkly, but the thing is, because they're woven, they unravel really beautifully on the ends. So I really like these. They're very easy to tie, really easy to work with. If you have less clumsy of fingers than I do, they're really easy. Believe me. Okay, that one too. Not just that one too. Get you in there. Come on. There you go. You did it. Okay, cute. And then these are going to be super short. I don't need them to be very long. I do kind of want them all a little different length. Okay, so if you open them up, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, so nice. All right, so this one is going to go like this on the side. Oop. Let's grab one more here. Like this. And then we're going to put the larger one. I think we're going to tuck that in behind. Now you can do the same thing with this. You can curve it slightly. Okay, but if you do that, you will need to add, you know, an extra layer of your dimensionals to get it to really puff out enough. But I do like that look. It looks great. We're also going to use these fronds. I'm going to stick just one of them in here. I'm going to stick it like, oh, maybe going out the side just a little bit. Like that. I'm going to do another layer here. And then this one's going to go on. I can tuck something else in there if I need to. This is going to go in behind like that. And then we're going to take this one. We're going to curve this one around a little bit, not a ton. This one's going to go right on top of the tag like this. I might only need one layer of dimensional here because I don't want this one to be terribly curved. I've already got some layers going, So, you know, you got to be a little careful here. And then this one, we're going to go ahead and put 2 of these in, like this. And this one. That one. And where's the frond? The big frond. Where did you go? I know you're here somewhere. Come on. Where did you go? There you are. Oh, I forgot. I haven't cut it yet. Let's do that. I do kind of like it cut. You don't have to do this. I mean, it actually looks pretty cool even without doing this. I just kind of like it. Trimmed a little bit. If you do any of them, then you kind of are committed and you have to do all of them. It's sort of the deal. Kind of like, you know, once you've started your nails, you can't stop. You have to do all of them. Okay, there we go. And we want these to be, just curve them a little. I am grabbing them really hard here so that I don't tear one off. That would be bad. There we go. And then this guy's gonna go in here, like go about there. And yeah, make sure everything's secure really good. That actually looks pretty good. I'm not going to worry about it. This is going to get secured on the back. We'll put one good sized one. Oops, like right there. That'll do. And then for these, I am going to put a little bit of glue, I think, right on my fronds. Just down the center. Some right there, not a lot, just a little, just enough to get it to stay on there. All right, you're going like right here. Okay, a little bit of glue there that I don't want. Okay, there we go. Cute, cute, cute. Got our tags out there. And then we're going to take our little feathers on the bottom. We're going to lay those on the bottom. I think we're just going to do that. And I don't want all of that. I actually just want one good one. One really good one. Like that. Okay. So we're going to glue that one onto this green one. Well, actually it's wild wheat. Just it's a kind of a greeny yellow. Stick that one like that. We're going to curl them a bit. By not cutting those apart, it's a lot easier to adhere. That's why we're doing that. And we can do a little mini dimensional right there. My fingers are pretty stuck up with glue. I should have got my jokes out today. I just totally forgot. I actually have some really good ones. I make myself laugh with these things, and I don't know if anyone else appreciates them as much as I do. They're pretty funny. dadsjokes.com. There's a ton. I think they do new ones every once in a while because they're pretty funny. Okay, there's that. And now we just need our sentiment and some bling, and we're all set. So I've got a little scrap. I don't need a lot because these are pretty small sentiments. So let's do muchas gracias. That one will be perfect for this one because we don't want a whole lot of, I don't have a ton of room. And we're going to do this one with Pretty Peacock. Okay, now if you use my host code and you place an order that is $50 or more, I will send you 10 cards, 10 envelopes, beautiful cards, because my cards are not simple. They're very nice. I have a ton of them, so I'm happy to send those to you. And then also, if your order, though, is $150 or more, you do not want to use the host code. Make sure that you check out with your, just check out as my customer. I don't know if I need this whole thing. I might, though. Let's see. Let's see if I can do it this time a little more easily than I did last time. See if I have as much trouble getting it to work. My ink is just a tiny bit damp there still. So I'm probably going to get a bunch of ink on my plate. No, it actually looks pretty good. I just got to be careful not to smear it because it looks like it's almost smearing. Now this is not really reaching, so I'm going to go ahead and do it, but I'm looking at it a little scared. I might have to finagle a little bit. Because see, it's not quite. So what I'm going to do is take my little die. We're going to try to get my lines in line. I don't know if that's going to work. Normally I do not do this. Normally I do different things. That actually worked pretty good. Let's try it on this side. I can't really feel it because it's not. Oh, it's off. I can see it's shifted a tiny bit, but I think it's going to be close enough. We're gonna make that work. Anyway, this is just what you can do if you don't have a ton of supplies. This texture or stylish shapes got everything you need, at least to get started. Okay, there we go. I can hardly tell that it's off a bit. Okay, muchas gracias. I think actually I'm only going to do 2. Oops, I got 2 together there because it's going to kind of stick. Oops. Oh, I got it on the wrong side. What a ding dong. I'm going to take that one off and stick you there. And then just put some glue on the end because it's kind of raised up. Let's see here. If we go like that, I think that's going to work just fine. And I actually have some. These are old Pretty Peacock gems. I don't even know if we have these still in the catalog. Probably not. But it's just crying out for some bling too. Let's do another one there. I think that's enough. Isn't that cute? And that one. And then we have one more to finish that is, the makings of it is here somewhere. Where did it disappear to? My desk is sort of a mess, and I'm not seeing you. Where did you go? I thought I set it off. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this one, all we need to do is glue this on here. Okay. Very simple. Now you do want to glue, you could have put an adhesive sheet on this before cutting out the fronds, because you do need to, let me find a piece of scrap of paper here. So I'm going to end up getting a bunch of glue where I still am going to need to work. Okay. So you do need to get some glue on every single one of these, because what will happen if you position it on your card and don't do this is if you store it at all, it's gonna have trouble. Now I'm kind of laying the glue on a little thicker than I'd like to, only because I'm in a rush. If I was being careful and all, I'd be getting a much thinner line, but I knew I was going to do this, so I figured, I'm going to just put a scrap piece of paper down here, and then I can take it away. See, somebody's coming home from school. So yes, school is still in session because it's not really June yet, although when you are seeing this, hopefully, if it goes on like it's supposed to, it will be in June. Oh, I bet it'll be nice. Been looking at Silver Dollar City. We're going to take the kids down there. That's going to be so much fun. Right now, through the end of May, they have bluegrass concerts from various people all the time. Oh man, that's going to be fun, fun, fun. Jeff and I are not huge bluegrass fans, but I know it's going to be good. They have really good little shows down there in the park. We've really enjoyed it. I think because that glue's kind of coming through, I'm going to use this. As long as, you don't get it too wet, it'll dry and it won't show when it's dry. But I don't really want that to be too terribly sticky like it would be if I didn't do that. Okay, and then whatever your background paper is that you've got coming through there, that's what you want to stamp on and do a little tag with. I am going to do a couple of little tags. I only need a tiny bit, so I'm going to take my Sahara sand. I am going to use our Que Dios te bendiga, which is God bless you. Okay, so we're going to take this. Now, I am assuming that in Spanish, God bless you means to bless. It is a blessing. It's not like you're just saying, gesundheit because somebody sneezed. It's totally different. Okay, so there we go. There's our Que Dios te bendiga. And then we're going to put on agradezco. Oh, I'm butchering that one big time. Ooh, let me clean that off. This is a little tiny one, which has a big, big meaning. It's like, oh, okay, the world is better because you are part of it. No, that's not it. It's I appreciate your friendship. That's what it is. So, God bless you. I appreciate your friendship. Does that go together? I kind of thought it did. I'm hoping it does. If it doesn't, well, you can tell me. The reason I'm using it is because it fits in the little plaque. The little flag that I'm going to use. It's the perfect size. I just wanted something very small to fit on the bottom of this card. So, I am getting out a different set, though. This one time, I am using Nested Essentials. Now, this is a brand new one. I'm only going to use this little teeny tiny one right here. I could actually just use the end of the little one I was using, right? I'd have to double stamp it, but I could have done that. Okay, but this is going to fit here perfectly. Oops, we're going to turn it. Okay, I want that part to be there. It does fit perfectly. Oops, my plate, it's not really grasping it. There we go. That's better. There's not a lot of extra room, but it does fit. Okay, so we've got that little one. And I'm just using all, and then I'm going back to our tailor-made tags. I'm going to use this one right there. I do want the circle because I want that out of our green if I can find it. I think this is going to work. Right like this. Let's get it in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to use that little bit of, do I have a little, I hate to use a whole piece of old olive for just that tiny, tiny little circle. Let me see if I have a scrap of old olive in here. I don't. Yes, I do. Yay. Okay, so here's a little scrap, and then we can do our little circle like that. Okay, I just need a little bit of it. There they are, those little circles. Oops, there's another one in there. It's still in there. You know what? I'll get it later. I'm not going to worry about it right now. And then we're going to just put a little bit of glue around here, like that. And our circle. Don't you love this set? So this is tailor-made tags. It's a bunch of tags. They're really cool. These would be the three. If I only had three, if I only had 3 die cut sets that were not part of a stamp set, these are the ones I'd have: Stylish Shape, Nested Essentials, and tailor-made tags. The Stylish Shapes has circles and squares, so you've got every shape you need there. And that all we need is our embellishments, and I'm gonna do twine. Doesn't that sound good? We need something like our Sahara sand, some kind of a Sahara sand sort of twine, and I have some right here. Just have to get it out. My fingers are kind of stuck with glue, making it a little bit more awkward. Now we've got like all kinds of linen threads. We've got, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. This happens to be some twine, and it's kind of thick and hard to use. So I'm going to take some of it apart. It's just going to make it softer and a little more textury. That's very sticky because of the glue I just did. But as you can see, it still works. Just needs a little finessing. Voila. It's like a horse's tail. Okay, and there we go. All right, embellishment. Our dimensionals there. And one on this one. That goes there. then this one goes here. Aren't those cute? Now, of course, they need to have their card base put on them. Um, these are the fronts, but I wanted to show you all of them. So I don't have time. I'm not going to take the time to make the base. You saw my dimensions as I was going through it. And these are standard. This one looks tiny bit smaller. I don't know how that happened, but should be a basic 5.5 by 4.25 for that one. And this one looks a tiny bit smaller. I don't know why. This one is 7.5 by 4. So of course you would cut your cardstock. For this one, you would cut a piece of white cardstock 7.5 by 8 inches, score it at your 4 inches, fold it in half, glue it on. Okay, this would be 5.5 by 8 or 8.5 by 5.5. And then scored at 4.25. Same with this one. Okay, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're gonna get this set. It's a really fantastic set. You will not regret having gotten it. I guarantee you, you will not be sorry that you got it. And yeah, I do look a little bit warm, not too bad. Everything was backwards because on YouTube, I think it's all backwards. Let me have a little peek here. Was it backwards? Yep. Everything was backwards, but that's kind of the way it has to be on YouTube. I don't know how to fix that. I'll maybe work on it on the next round. Thanks a lot. And next week I will also be here. It may be a recording, but I will be here. And then I will see you fresh and live again. Lots of new stamp sets. So I've got lots of things to show you. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you later. Bye-bye. Oops. Bye-bye.